there.
That look about right. It ain't everybody, but it's everybody.
That's the only got
Brothers' voices in it, so. Bear with us, bear with us.
Good.
I think so. Does it look straight and everything? Everything
Yeah.
looks good?
Yep, yeah, we good. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, we want to start off by giving all honor, all praise, and all glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash.
The honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. As always, peace, blessings, and salutation to the tabernacle of David known for elect. He's scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. And also a Ashar Chanakah. All right, if you wasn't aware, we tonight began the feast of Hanukkah, or the feast of dedication. You can read about the history and the Maccabees. We war with the Greeks. They was putting hell on us. They wouldn't allow us to, keep our customs, of our heritage. We couldn't worship and sacrifice in the temple because you had the abomination of desolation set up by Antiochus Epiphanes. So, after the Lord rose up the Maccabees brothers, they put in that work, and we was able to rededicate the temple. So, we're gonna commemorate that, of course, and may Yahweh Shemel Shai, bless all the elect Akim in their households all across the four corners of the earth. And also, we gotta pray for preservation and mercy, for the body as well. Because we getting ready to come into trying times. We're in a time of this devil, he's making his moves. All right. He's trying to put his finishing touches on this new world order. And we also know that with him being in his wrath, it's gonna basically the Lord is gonna utilize that wrath to ump the ante on the spirit of war. Where the Lord is he's increasing that spirit. So you got these nations, they all are basically pacing themselves and preparing themselves, for conflict. All right, because if you've been paying attention in the news, there's been a lot of reports that you got the U.S. being the hammer of the earth. They recently they just seized an oil tanker down there in Venezuela. After they had already done attack, they had struck multiple boats down there. And Esau, he has to come up with a reason to start massacring and slaughtering people.
They just said, I sent to the chat, he said U.S. forces storm cargo ship traveling from China to Iran.
So it's already kicking into gear. We stepping right into World War III, and you still got Jake that want to save the damn devil, man. They still want to save the heathen. Who do you think the Lord's going to come back to war with when he returns? Where's the salvation in that? And the Lord is going to put the spirit on these nations to actually fight each other. Ain't no salvation in that. They're getting ready to fight it out. You got something?
Yeah, I do. You got me thinking of a lot of precepts. If a brother can grab 2 Ezra 13. Because you got it,
Yeah, the second Ezra.
So you know where I'm
Second Ezra 13 and
you can go ahead.
how should I come back? No.
Yeah, just hold on to it because we find the key points the brothers hitting on: return, fighting, return to fight against the Lord. Even in Revelation, was that 17? Or I forget the chapter where it says about the woman. They gonna come in and hate the woman or something like that.
Hate the whore.
Hate the
whore.
No. I'm talking about where they hate Israel. It's the 12th chapter. It's like at the end. Yeah. I think it's at the end. But I got this in Matthew 24 that hits on a lot of what you're talking about. Matthew 24, I'm going to start with verse 5. Matter of fact, verse 4, it says, And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. I read that because with all these self-proclaimed prophets that are out there teaching the heathen can make it, teaching things that aren't according to the true scripture, to the doctrine, but then they want to tell you the heathen can be saved.
Right.
But the prophecies are unfolding of everything else. Why aren't you sticking to the script on that? Why aren't you talking about, they said those guys down there, the Genesis guys or whatever, they're not, the more they talk about the heathen being saved, the less they talk about prophecy.
There it is.
You know, and that's what the point is. We're coming into heavy prophecy because we know how this, we know about the draft, we know about the ultimate end game of America being destroyed in this thing. So it's like, hey, what are you guys still trying to save people that aren't gonna get down with this thing anyway?
The hell with them, man.
Yeah, hell with them, man. We ain't even trying to catch all Israelites. Now we know that it's lucky, brother, but we know that there's a great multitude. There's some Israelite foreigners that are of the elect. Not all the Israelite foreigners will be of the elect, but there are some that are of the elect. But that's not about saving the heathen. Those are still jakes. Okay, that brought that up about the false prophets, right? So it says, you got it. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It's funny that those go back to back. That he spoke that back to back. This is telling of the times.
Yeah, because you're gonna have false prophets. You know, even though we're in the end, and you know we're gonna see these things unfold, but these things are simultaneously going on, and this is all an indicator that we got to be close.
Yep.
Even though this is going to further say,
Yep.
but the end is not yet.
Yep.
But we're getting close.
Yeah. That ain't the
So,
final move, but
right.
it's
So we seeing, you know, the build up on the other side of the world. You seeing the European nations, which represents the beast.
Yep.
You know, they're
do
changing
like
their tune when it comes to
the allegiance.
their alliance or
Yep.
allegiance with the United States.
Yep.
You know, due to Trump's unilateral attitude and
Yep.
how basically, because right now they're shifting their focus on the Western Hemisphere. They want all that oil in Venezuela.
Yep.
So that's why he's trying to come for the president of Colombia. They want Maduro. They want all that area.
War implications.
And
too.
then you got China. You know, and China has a lot investing into Venezuela.
Yep.
You know, Russia and China, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You know, so you got that going on.
The chess, it's like that
it's-
chess
it's
game
a lot of-
is
it's a lot
getting
of chess, yeah.
beautiful chess pieces, chess moves the Most High is making out there.
And now because they have to focus on war with Latin America right now, that leaves these European countries open and vulnerable to Russia. And that's the reason why NATO was basically saying that we got to prepare for war now with Russia, because America, they're not going to have our back anymore. They're turning their backs and they're focusing, basically putting their money, you know, towards, you know, the security, basically getting ready for war with Venezuela, so on and so forth.
And you can say that, but it's really getting ready to attack Venezuela.
Hey,
Yeah.
2026, going from now to 2026, the first quarter is gonna be very exciting, man.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot.
Oh yeah. We're gonna set the year all right. I don't wanna, yeah, you got it.
So we're that build up is happening. That's why the Lord warned and said, you're gonna see you're gonna hear of wars and rumors of wars. But he also warned that you also gonna see false prophets arise too. And you seeing that happen all throughout Israel. That's all that's part of prophecy. These false prophets is part of prophecy.
Yep. It's another sign as well. And man, it's scary, sloppy, but it's scary because how do you know who got it and who don't? Well, you gotta study to show thyself approved.
Rightfully divide the word of truth.
Beautiful. Right.
Hey, does all things from your leader add up? Are they telling you, are they going into prophecies, or are they focused on more so building in America? Because hey, even when you take a look at the videos that the
Trying
quote
to
unquote,
preserve.
yeah,
my fault.
No,
No, that was the point.
yeah, even when you take a look at the videos that certain Israelite camps are putting up, if it's not geared towards the testimony, And we understand the scriptures tell us the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
Then you don't need to be following them, man. You know, because why are you still focused on? Hey, like one of the elders said, hey, we're this close to the finish line, and you're worried, and you now you bringing up a Gentile salvation?
Right.
Are you kidding?
You trying to start over?
Yeah, you starting over. Hey, we're at the end of this, man. It's evident that from here on out, as the elder Zion was saying, man, it's about to be hot.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, when you think about it, them all of a sudden changing their tune to try to save the heathen, it's really like, like spiritually, you're looking back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like last wife. Yep.
You're looking back.
You're looking back and think like, did we make a mistake?
Did we not get all,
Right.
this is what the sad part, did we not get all the money we could have got out of this thing?
Yeah.
That's almost what it looked like, because that was his statement that said he would,
Yeah.
if he wanted to get the bag, he was salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
an article going into basically what we were just speaking on. It's from End Time Headlines. It says, NATO chief warns we must prepare for scale of war our grandparents endured.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hey, anybody know history, U.S. history particularly? It got tight. The men were, and what the scriptures support that, the men were going off to war, and the women tried to hold it down for themselves here. You know, hold the farms down, hold the households down.
That's where you get that woman.
Yeah, we can do it too.
Rosie the Riveter.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what the
Rosie the
picture
Riveter, yeah.
is backed off of.
Isn't that crazy?
Of women, right? Of women basically going into these mechanical industrial jobs
Yep.
because the men were sent away.
That industrial complex.
And they had to a degree because they had to, build, stuff for war, work in the factories.
Some had to do that, but the men were fighting and they did that. So what do you think is going to happen in these times? The difference is AI is taking that job.
Yeah.
So now, and see, I've been bringing up Black Mirror for like, I'm always trying to bring it up. When you go back and watch, I'm trying to think of it, 15 Million Merits, what were the humans doing? They were riding a bike to keep the whole facility, underground facility, powered up. So the robots and the AI could run it to keep it generated. So what do you think they're gonna use you for? In the movie The Matrix, what did they have the human being? They became a battery to fuel the animation and the AI and the robots. So they got only bad things, but to be in that you have to tap into the beast. You don't see how all of this is starting to line up? Okay? So there's gonna be people or robots that have jobs making the metals and the different things that you need for war. Okay, this is the climate. The war climate is going on not only abroad but also at home. Okay, the Civil War. All right.
I got some
You got
history
more,
on that
right?
as well.
You got it, bro.
For Rosie the River, it says Rosie the Riveter is an allegorical cultural icon in the U.S. who represents the women who worked in the factories and shipyards during World War II. Right? It says many of whom produced munitions and war supplies. These women sometimes took entirely new jobs, replacing the male workers who joined the military. It says she is widely recognized in the women's empowerment, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the my woman with
The hair wrap.
the hair wrap.
It wasn't a hair wrap. It was really like a rag. Yeah, that's what the arms. What you, the brother said she had pants on.
Yeah.
That wasn't known back then. That's it. We can do it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we understand the scripture tells us, behold, the second woe is past, behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yep.
You know, so ain't nothing new under the sun. We see it, but now, as you were saying, now it's what you call it, an industrial revolution. You know, to the point where it's a technocratic revolution. So like, where it's no longer male or female workers that need the positions or the jobs that are going into the factories, but now AI along with the robot industry is manning it, man.
That's right.
You know?
We got two shots.
Yeah. Who got it? Somebody got it?
Yeah, because it almost seemed like, for them to be talking about that topic, not to call it trivial, but in the time that we in, us being as close as we are, we passed that.
Right.
So I got Deuteronomy 18. I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, I will raise them up, a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken to my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
And then one of those in Revelation.
They speaking to other gods when they say Christ.
Yep.
You know, these guys, they incorporate that. They know the Hebrew. You know, it's not like
He broke that curse down beautifully
yeah.
that the apostle put on him, right? But now you can't go into the words no more. You can't go find out what you were taught that at Great Mill
The
School.
most important word.
Yeah.
But they give the excuse, our people speak English now.
Right.
Are you right?
Like, your brain is a computer, man. If you study, which the scriptures say you got to study to show yourself approved.
Yep.
If you study, you're going to understand what you're studying, man. You're going to remember. You know?
And you're supposed to be reprogramming your people, man. And all of the Israelites around the world, they speak different languages, so what's the excuse for that? Verse 21, and if thou shalt say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord Yahweh have not spoken? When the prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. Yeah, presumptuously meaning, self-willed, man.
Yeah, man. So a lot of you false prophets, you're going to be identified in these last days. You're not speaking the right thing. The spirit detects that you're not teaching what you ought to be teaching. The spirit's gonna find you out, and you're gonna be you're gonna be prophesied against.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Because when we read was that Jeremiah 28, when Jeremiah said the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old. In that encounter, he's cussing out another a false prophet.
Yeah.
He's being a prophet and cussing out a false prophet when we go into that, because he's basically was saying the prophets that predated us and the prophet that I am, we ain't got nothing good to say. It's not a song and dance. We're not preaching. I'm not prophesying peace, especially when Jake is wicked. How could you preach that everything is gonna be good, okie dory, knowing the iniquity levels is at an all-time high? That's an indicator that you would be a false prophet then. You trying to save the heathen, and the heathen, they're the worst thing going. Besides you got 2/3 of our people, and then you got the heathen. All the wickedness on both sides. The sins is reaching up to the heavens, man. And these niggas saying, well, you got a few of them that's gonna repent and keep the commandments, they can be saved. What heathen is keeping the commandments?
I got a precept on that.
Show me a heathen that's keeping the Pesach. I mean, it's like the feast of Hanukkah right now.
Right.
I got a real quick one. 2 Ezra 3:36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen.
Yep. Hey, your spirit don't identify with this
It's
thing
not
like that.
fit.
It's not. Yeah. Why would he have that connection? That's why the heathen that some people hate is good heathen. No, those are jakes that are still locked into this, into the name, into the customs. What did it say? Was that Corinthians? They have a law unto themselves when the Gentiles or the Israelite foreigners do that, which is I forget how it's written, but basically it's positive, it's righteous, but have not the law. It is a law unto themselves, written in their spirit. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Is able to make it versus you just saying just go in the middle of Africa, go in the middle of China somewhere, go off into the Middle East and just grab whoever. No, that ain't how this works. It's a waste of time talking to them people. Yeah, more. That was it.
Yeah, and then even us, we being in the time of the feast of Hanukkah, was it not a heathen nation that made abominable our place of worship? They desecrated our place of worship, the temple. And we're now celebrating the defeat and victory over our enemies that did that.
Yep.
So imagine you have the heathen, you're inviting the heathen to come to celebrate the feast of dedication, and it's about the if you try to save an Edomite, and it was the Edomites that fucked us over. When you read First Maccabees, the first chapter, they made us sacrifice swine's flesh on the altar, had Jake come in having orgy parties in the temple, right? Was doing all these different things, and then we, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the Lord raised up Judas Maccabees and the Maccabees brothers, and they basically put a foot in their ass and win the war, so that we can be able to rededicate the temple.
That's right.
You're gonna invite a heathen to that. Y'all gonna have if y'all celebrating the feast of Hanukkah right now, and y'all gonna have Edomites come eat with you. If they believe, you gonna have them come through.
Let me throw an analogy. I did a video on this years ago about this topic, and basically, what happened to rap and hip hop? As soon as they start letting in these wild ass Edomites, basically, and now they just in there talking about devil worshiping and all types of negative energies. Yeah. You didn't see this when in the early rap, conscious rap and all of that. You didn't see all of that. It wasn't until the devil got his hand truly involved and saw the power in this thing that it could be used for. And he started, the record execs and all of that started, we need more gangbanging songs. We need more shoot 'em up, bang bang, drug dealing. When they start drug using, as they use more and more of that against our people, they see the effects of it. But before they was involved, when this was just a thing happening in the culture and around the neighborhoods, the Furious Five that wrote that? The Message? And they were basically rapping about the conditions that our people were living in, if you listen to that song. Okay? And the point of it now went from that street message being preached out there from a conscious standpoint to now just all showboat and drug use and degenerate energy. Exactly, bro.
Yeah, it's sick.
So why would you want to let why would you want to let them in something that's so holy? It's supposed to be separate. Right. It's separated from our own 2/3 of our own people. Why would we not want to separate the heathen? Who was reading? Because this brother got a good one right quick. He got a really good one.
Go ahead.
It's a quick one. Yep.
It's Ezekiel 36,
yep.
24.
Yep.
For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and I will bring you into your own land.
Who's the you? It's talking about the Israelites that are scattered amongst them according to the curses. Okay, we know he probably could figure this out, talking about those guys over there, but the Spirit got him doing this weirdo shit right now on purpose to prove that they're not sincere. Okay? We got major situations going on. They're about to ransack the temple again. They're trying to go in and destroy the temple again.
Because we're the spiritual temple.
And thank you. Because the third temple is built by the brick by brick, piece by piece, limb by limb.
Lively stones.
It's the lively stones of the people that have it written in them.
The Lord's sheep, his elect.
That's right.
Those that were chosen before the foundation of the world, you're the lively stones that make up this spiritual house. And we're us being priests, in the order of Melchizedek, we're offering up sacrifices to the Lord through Yahweh Shai, which is acceptable. Esau, he's going to try to once again do what he did before. Him trying to basically he's going to try to siege us, and basically try to put his name on us. Via the charagma, the mark. When this devil issued a mark, it's going to be his version of choose you this day who you gonna serve. Choose you this day who you gonna serve.
And you-
Those of our people that worship the beast in his image, you know, you mesmerized by this man's new technology, this new system, the way he's setting things up. You know, you mean I can get upgraded? You mean I can, you know, through these pseudo miracles that he's gonna be able to perform through this technology. So some people are gonna be wooed by it. They're gonna give their body willingly to the beast.
Pursuant to Revelation 20 and 4, you're gonna have faithful men that's gonna be beheaded for not taking the micro-seed mark of the beast.
You got more? Start at the top of that 24.
Ezekiel 36 and 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from
Now,
all.
those Israelites that's gonna be delivered from amongst the nations, they're not gonna look like, you know, Michael Jordan. They're not gonna be look like a typical dark-skinned Negro, Latino, or Native American. They're gonna look like the other nations, man.
Right. It's okay.
You know?
Continuing. Then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean.
This is to clean us up out of these filthy, wicked ways of darkness that we're living in amongst the heathen under their power. Okay?
Yeah, right now there's a washing now.
Yep.
We're undergoing a washing by the word.
You got it. Right, you got it.
Our conscience is being cleaned up because we were all in a Gentile state of mind. You know, but our ways have to be, you know, we have to, our conscience have to be cleaned up. You know, and that took for us to once we heard the truth being brought out and we read the word, you know, our conscience condemned us. You know, when we were in sin, and we repented, and you know didn't look back. Now, you know, like it says in the root, you know, as it was in your mind to go astray, and that being returned, seek him 10 times more. All right. So we have the water now, this word, to understand it. All right. You believe on Yahweh Shai, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water.
I will cleanse you with the washing of water by the word.
By the word.
You got more, bro.
From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart.
It's not talking about literal water no more. You got it, bro.
A new heart also will I give you.
New mind.
Which is refreshing, right?
Yeah.
The scripture says that he's going to stir up our pure minds by way of remembrance. You know, we forgot where we came from. We forgot our way, you know, because the Lord took it from us ultimately. But now he reintroduced us to who we were. And we coming back into that way, man. But you got Jake, they trying to retaint our minds, man. They trying to, you know, add their own ingredients to it, and they trying to taint what the Lord gave us, man.
Yeah, they're adulterating it.
Yep.
You know, you start going back and you know preaching Christianity when you know the truth. Yeah, you're watering it down, man. You're adulterating the word of the Most High.
Didn't it say give you a new heart?
Yep.
Well, that goes into the new covenant.
Yep.
Yep. Exactly. And this is all after World War III. This is how close we are, right? And you got it's more in here. It's a good few verses.
As a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you.
His spirit. Go ahead.
And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh.
And when did he say that he was going to do that for the nations?
Right.
There's not one verse, not in the law or the prophets, that says that. No, the new covenant was made only with the house of Israel and the house of Judah.
And if I may, they don't talk about they don't have to talk about the New Testament because it was established in the Old Testament. So when they reiterates things and it sounds like he's added in heathen, he's not. He's just saying those are also Israelites. But they say that those are you scattered, 12 tribes scattered, you know, among the Romans and all of Rome, you know. to you, men of Israel, hear these words. Okay, it's always talking about the same people from the Old Testament.
To the saints.
Yep.
It said, I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God.
So, in other words, the Lord's gonna make us righteous. We're gonna change. We're gonna be changed. So our mind is gonna be changed. Our nature is gonna be changed to, basically we're gonna be righteous, right? And then He's gonna set us in our land. So therefore, He sets us in our land and make us righteous. That means that we'll never go off. That means the curses are gone. That means we'll never die again, right? And before this even takes place, what's going to occur? We're going to be gathered. Why are we going to be gathered? Because we were scattered.
He said, I will fetch thee where thou wilt.
Go to Deuteronomy 30. Go to Deuteronomy 30.
And that land of Israel got to be cleansed out because it's
Exactly.
heathen over
There
there.
it is.
Following the land.
Deuteronomy 30 and 3 is the point, or 7 is the point. I can start at where's the fetch? Is it 4?
It's up verse 4, but you can probably start at the top.
Yeah, I start at the top. Yeah, it says, and it shall, Deuteronomy 30, verse 1, it says, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
We've been under the curse, right? But we're the people of we're the seed that was promised that would be blessed. Starting with Abraham.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. Scattered thee, driven thee, right?
We're going to remember ourselves. We're going to remember that we are the people of the Lord who, made that covenant with the Lord at Mount Sinai.
Right.
All right.
And the beautiful part is enough of us where it ain't a fluke. Even though majority of us won't get it, 144,000 is still a lot, let alone the mixed multitude. The 1/3. It's a lot of people still.
Yeah, and it says that it shall call to mind a blessing and a curse. Where do you see the little hats,
Right.
the mini caps? Where do you see them out there identifying with the curse?
Right.
Yeah, hey, we're suffering punishment because we sinned. We went off. We didn't believe.
Right, they never mentioned that.
You'll never hear them mention or talk about that.
They're always just the victims, bro.
Yeah.
They never did any wrong.
I got a really quick one in the curses.
They're victim villains.
Yep. I got one in the curses that hit perfectly. Deuteronomy 28:45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenedest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep thy commandments and thy statutes which he commanded thee. Why would they be under the curses if they not? We see they not keeping the commandments. We see what they really into. Okay, but why aren't you pushing to keep the commandments? Because they ain't the people. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Going back to what this brother was reading as it was going into it, right? Back in the 30th chapter, verse 2, it says, it says, and thou shalt return to the Lord Yahweh thy power, and thou shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. It's time right into what it said, right? Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, then the Lord Yahweh thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee.
Yeah, he's getting ready to turn back our captivity.
Yeah.
Because Israel, the true Israel, is not in the land right now. We've been scattered as a nation, and we've been under a reproach
Yep.
for hundreds of years.
Yep.
You know? So we're of course we would be the ones that would be crying out to the Lord to come and deliver us.
Yeah, especially as bad as it's starting to get.
Man.
Inflation, rent is just everything is out of our price range. Just it's pretty much what's going on in the world. It's out of, especially Jake. It's really out of Jake's price range to live. It's out of these other nations' price range to live great or live comfortably like they once were. But it's almost out of ours. We're already below the poverty line before all of this. So how much more do we need the Lord to step in and make things happen for us?
You got Edomites on the internet complaining and crying.
I make $30 an hour and it's still not enough. Like, bitch, I'm doing over 15. Somehow,
You live in 5 bedroom,
man,
mini mansions.
Right, but the Lord had to actually make it uncomfortable
Oh yeah,
for us to,
exactly.
cry out to Him. Because if we were comfortable,
Yeah,
then we wouldn't want to leave.
yeah, exactly. We
Yeah,
never went
remember
out.
when we was in Egypt?
Oh, yeah.
They complained about leaving Egypt.
Yeah.
Well, before that,
Yeah.
when they was putting hell on us, Jake was being afflicted.
Yeah.
So the Lord had compassion and was like, I'm gonna raise up a savior to deliver my people. So our captivity is it was supposed to have an end, but Esau that hatred was perpetual.
Yep. And you know why? This is the beautiful thing about the Lord when you understand the scriptures. It's perpetual because He never got. When you after you have a nice dinner and then you got a sweet tooth, just something ain't hitting the spot right, because He never got His full vengeance that hit the spot right. Well, the Lord gonna let him get it right before he's destroyed. He gonna let him get it off. That red horse is gonna get his vengeance physically on our people. Okay, He's gonna enjoy the end of this thing, and this is what we're telling you. You have to be preserved from. The heathen have no part in that because it's heathens doing it. Okay, but they were never the special people. It's us that are the special people that need to be helped, that need to be saved. I was still reading, right? Yep. Verse in the middle of verse 3 again says, Then the Lord Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord Yahweh thy God hath scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, the lower earth heaven, okay, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will He fetch thee.
And
I don't know how to do
if you can stop, hold that. Somebody get Joel. Yep. Because this is what the Lord's getting ready to do, which is why when we see these wars and rumors of wars, and we seeing this build up,
Exactly.
where all these nations are going to get drawn into war.
Exactly.
This is the beginning of the Lord getting ready to flip the script. But these nations are about to get into a big global conflict, which these nations thinking that they're going to be next in line to rule.
Yeah.
That's when the Lord is getting ready to pour out his indignation upon them, so that He can deliver us and put us in the land. So it's war. These nations going to war is really the Most High setting the stage to deliver Israel.
Yeah, it's for the sake of Israel.
For the sake of Israel. That He's going to basically deal with these nations, man. Because the Lord, He ain't forget what the role that all these nations played in our downfall. And what we have to endure, and we have to basically serve all these nations. We kept all these nations afloat. So, in the scriptures say the Lord required that which is past. So He's coming back for blood.
Well, why would He come back to save or to deliver somebody that He got to up with? He's about to come back and take vengeance on them, man.
All He had to do is not do the vengeance part. He was to save anybody. If this is how He wanted it to be, just not do the vengeance part. the vengeance has to be there to weaken and take these nations and to humble these nations, okay, and to humble our 2/3 of our people that have to be cleansed with fire after death by pain, right?
So here, Joel 3, the
yeah.
first 2 verses.
Okay. This is
Yep.
this is Joel, chapter 1, verse 1. It
Chapter
says-
3, verse 1, right?
Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Chapter 3, verse 3. Okay.
Yep.
Chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather the nation, all the nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat."
Perfect pre, bro.
That bring again basically means to turn away,
Yeah.
to basically
To revisit it and change it.
turn away the captivity of. So the Lord is breaking the chains, off us from these heathens.
Right. It's a perfect precept, bro.
Okay, and think about it, because the scriptures talk about, was that in Psalms 83 about how our enemies made a tumult. They conspire with each other with one consent to cut us off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. And Esau, Idumea, they perpetrated as being the Israelites. Started with Judah. They said that they were the Jews, they're Judah, and they pretty much bamboozled the entire planet Earth, and basically made our light darkness. All right. So now the world is under darkness, thinking that it's the light because of these devils.
Which that's prophecy. Revelation 20. The Lord says he's gonna come out the bottomless pit to deceive the nations.
See the nations.
Everybody.
And that's the reason why it says in Isaiah 60 that the gross darkness would cover the earth. So through this understanding, through this truth, which the Lord told Daniel that in the last days knowledge shall be increased. So now you got that veil, that's that covering that's spread and cast over the nations, is now being opened. He's destroying that covering, so that the world can finally see that this man he was the deceiver. The man of sin is being revealed. All right. So now at this time, while this is all happening, Esau knows what's getting ready to go down. It's in his eyes, it's feeling like, man, these are my final moments in power, and it's looking like my bro is getting ready to be my bro who I've been trying to take out and oppress and destroy. It looks like he's getting ready to be broken free.
At least they,
We heard they may be breaking free,
Yeah.
but not before I get my hand on it. So, because he ain't thinking about the elect. He knows and he's concerned about the elect, but he just wants to get blood. He just wants bloodshed. And that's what the 2/3 are here for. To catch that bloodshed.
Yeah, because he can't hide anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he's gotta fight. Yeah.
There's no, his secrets are being revealed, being exposed. His secret places, which are his secret societies, which back in the day,
Nobody was saying the word Illuminati. Nobody was saying Bohemian Grove.
Yep.
And different, Sonoma County and, the Molech statue in the middle of there and all of that. Nobody's talking about that. It wasn't mainstream. Niggas rapping about it now.
It's mainstream to know who actually controls, who's pulling the strings.
Yep. The name Rothschild floats around now like nothing.
People are scared.
Yeah.
So, Joel, finish Joel.
I'll start from the top of 2. "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat."
Shabbat,
Yeah.
place of the Lord's judgment.
"And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel."
That's my Shabbat there with plead, judge, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to judge them.
And what that's gonna be, Persian Gulf.
Yep.
When these devils, Babylon, Great Babylon, America, tries to go into Iran, that's what the mountain of the troops is gonna gather, man. From all these nations, they're gonna be fighting each other. That's the valley of decision.
That's right.
"Whom they scattered among the nations.
You
And
might have to let him keep reading, we'll jump down to 9 at some point, so we can tie that.
No, it's the reason why I'm having to read
I
this.
got you, yeah.
Let him finish that part.
Yep.
yep, whom they scattered among the nations, and parted my land.
Yeah, I mean, then they divided it up amongst themselves. And they ended up having a UN solution where, you know, they would set one side of Palestine for the Arabs and the other side for the small hats. That did not work out too well.
1946,
Yeah.
it was called Palestine. 1949,
Yeah.
it was divided. 1989, they had more majority than Palestine had.
Yeah, because they was dropping bodies over there,
Yep.
slaughtering.
Ethnic cleansing over there.
Yeah, man, that's this lifetime.
Right.
You go back to John the 4th chapter. Yahweh Shah, you know, when he's talking to the
Samaritan.
Samaritan woman,
Yep.
you know, which is basically she was a Hamite. You know, that's why the Lord told his disciples, don't go in the cities of Samaria.
Yep.
You know, what was that northern Israel?
Yep. Don't enter
There's
ye
a
in.
bunch of heathen in there, man. If you read 2 Kings, the 17th chapter, the Syrian king, you know, basically filled that land up, you know, northern Israel with heathens.
Yep.
You know, so every you know captivity, you know, the heathens try to be up in Israel,
Yep.
trying to claim our land and shit.
Yep.
You know, no, make no difference today. There's no difference today, man.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me get this quick precept. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 10. This is cussing out the Edomite. It says, "For you said," Ezekiel 35 and 10. It says, "For you said, the lands of Israel and Judah will be ours. We will take possession of them. What do we care that the Lord is there?" And that's the attitude right now.
Yeah.
That's the attitude now.
Yeah.
Like this ancient place,
Promised to us.
hey, we got in our
You
possession,
feel like that?
and not only that, but we gonna take even more land.
Well, they want Egypt, they want Jordan.
They want the fertile crescent.
Yeah.
They want the earth.
Yeah, they want the whole Levant. Because they're really trying to, that's them really trying to forcibly place themselves into the birthright.
Exactly.
That's literally what they're trying to do.
Control of all resources, control of all people.
All the trade routes, everything.
Yep.
You know. So, yeah, and this is why the Lord is setting these devils up for this final world's war. Because once they get into it, they're gonna destroy each other out of that land, and that'll leave it open for us to inherit.
Right. And it'll be cleansed by the way it's
Yeah.
cleared them out.
Yeah, if you
Read Ezekiel the 38th chapter.
Yep.
You know.
2nd Ezra 13.
Yep.
Yahweh Shah, he gonna, you know, put the finishing touches, you know, on them troops in the Middle East.
Yeah, all the warriors be gone after that. Who was
So go back to Joel 3.
Yep.
This is Joel 3 and verse 3. It's in
So, read verse 2 one more time.
This is Joel 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all the nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And I will plead with them, right, there for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
Shouldn't we be, if you're gonna teach the nations, if you're gonna preach to them, shouldn't you be making that known to them? That, if you call yourself a prophet, this is really what you should be telling the nations if you're going to be teaching them or preaching to them. That the Lord is coming back to deal, and you and the people that's in the Holy Land, they finna be taken out of there. They finna get destroyed out of our land. And all you nations that had a hand in keeping our people in captivity and taking them for a spoil, because it also says in Luke, Yahushua said that the city of Jerusalem is going to be trodden down of the heathen until for a certain period of time, and that we would be led captive into all nations. So when the Lord returns, he's coming back to deliver us from the hand of all the nations. So why the hell would we be preaching salvation to them?
Exactly.
Make that make sense. The Lord's going to spark this World War III, the third woe. for this very purpose. Because all of these nations getting ready to lose. Yahweh Shai is coming back to get the win for all of us. He already got it. It's already written. You're just waiting. We just waiting for it to play out. There's only going to be one winner.
Right. That's balance, man.
Come on, man. These nations been winning for too freaking long. We've been the main L takers of the earth.
They're not gonna have that. They cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Hell no.
We didn't take part in it. We
Exactly.
Right.
Can I read this quick thing? This is the book of Psalms 53 and verse 6. And it reads, oh, it's like I started 5. It says, they are there, were they in great fear where no fear was, for Yahweh hath scattered the bones of him that encampeth against thee. Thou hast put them to shame, because Yahweh hath despised them. Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. When Yahweh bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad.
Can we
Yeah.
hop back to was you done in Ezekiel?
I think
Or you want to get more in?
He was in Joel.
Joel, I'm sorry.
3.
Because he had that last 2 verses that can finish what he was reading.
Where is he at again?
Ezekiel 36.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel 36 and 29. I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen.
This is why we're going to be rejoicing. The Lord's going to be blessing us.
This is after
Yep.
World War III. This is after the Lord places us back into the land.
Yep.
You know, this is when that's when the blessings are gonna just start kicking in and overtaking us. No more curse. There shall be no more curse.
Read that line again.
It says,
The Lord's gonna enrich that soil over there.
With that love, man. Yeah.
Now he's over there. They can't grow shit, man. They gotta import trees from other countries. You know.
Right. And that land should
That's
be
why
able
they
to
had
grow
those.
anything.
That's why they had those fires not too long ago. Put those trees in there that are flammable.
Yep. That don't fit the region.
That is not supposed to be in the Holy Land, but showing you the scriptures don't point about them devils. Let favor be shown to the wicked in the land of
where he not learn
where he not
righteousness.
learn righteousness.
The land of uprightness, where he deal justly.
For example, they got the biggest homo parade
Yep.
over on that side of the world. Pink City.
Kosher pig.
Man,
This is what they're doing over there.
nobody questions it.
Y'all heard about when they fast? I don't know if it's them or Arabs or whatever, but when they fast, they have like a 30-minute window in between the fast.
To eat?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bro, right at like dusk. They got like right when the sun's down, but it's not dark. It's weird. It's weird. That's not what the Lord's talking about. Okay? That's not approved by the scripture. You got it.
it said that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen.
Okay? We were receiving that, but the heathen still don't catch that though. Alright? Let them not, what we were talking about Isaiah 2, let them not do what they're supposed to do according to what we teach them. And I'm just kind of fast forwarding through. But when you go to Jeremiah 31, it tells you we ain't gonna need to be taught. But in Isaiah 2 says they're gonna have to be taught and to do the right thing. And when they don't, they're gonna get that rod of correction. Or basically they're gonna have famines and all types of things happening to them. That if they don't come up and obey.
Right, Esau can put a blockade on a whole nation and prevent that nation from doing business, and therefore their citizens suffer.
Yeah, look at Haiti.
You know?
They doing it now.
Yep.
They're putting sanctions on Russia, putting sanctions on Venezuela. Why they want to arrest? I don't understand why they want to arrest the president for Venezuela. Accusing him of what?
Of narco terrorism.
Right,
and,
you're right.
And
The president's running out of drugs now, right?
Yeah.
it's the same old story, bro.
The boogeyman charges.
Yep, same old story.
I still got a little more in this Oh no, that was the point you wanted out of Deuteronomy 30. Right?
Yeah.
You didn't need me to go all the way to 7. Nah, I don't believe it.
If somebody can grab Isaiah 34.
And I still do have Matthew 24.
Because notice, when you go back, when you read Jeremiah 3, this is about the judgment against enemy nations. So if the Lord's getting ready to flame broil these the armies of these other nations, that means he's also getting ready to save his people.
Right. And this is a future prophecy. This is what they call it, preterism, saying everything happened already.
Yeah, by 70 AD,
Yeah.
most of the prophecies in the Bible was fulfilled.
Wow,
But that's bullshit. They don't understand prophecy. Yeah, you might as well.
This is Isaiah 34 from the top. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Yep.
He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Yep.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
You know what? I'm not to cut you off, but you know how those the Genesis guys it says nations,
Yeah.
right? So I look up the word nation real quick. It says it's goy, nation, people. Usually a non-Hebrew people,
Usually.
of descendants of Abraham, of Israel. So it's not. It's then the third one. It says goyim, nations.
Yep.
Mean that's the proper term for that verse, meaning other nations that are not
Israel.
Israelites,
Non-Israelites.
non-Israelites.
It's not usually, it's only.
Yeah.
In verse 4 it says, and all
No, that was it. I'm slacking.
and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Falling fig, yep.
For my
The Lord's gonna bring everything that this man glories in, that gives him strength, that gives him power, that gives him confidence. The Lord's he's gonna bring it all down into the earth with him. He's gonna totally dismantle this man.
Which is his military might.
Yeah,
He is nothing without it.
he's done without that sword, man.
Yeah.
And that's what's also holding these other nations up as well. Their pride is in the technology and their military. So the Lord is going to break the pride of all these nations. He has to, or else you think they're not going to submit to us
Right.
the way it is right now. You ain't finna get no heathens to submit to us.
These niggas ain't even got an army.
Yeah.
They can't even organize crime. That's the closest shit they
In
see.
order for these niggas to defeat themselves, they gotta come. I gotta hire them. They gotta come work for me, just so that they can live.
That's why it's
Going back to the curse, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt be brought low. They can't even get themselves out of the hole, man.
And we don't have bootstraps to pull up from. That's how bad we are. Yeah, we ain't even got boots.
I got a real quick one to back up what Karatazar said. Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. The very thing that exalted this man's pride and having him thinking that he can actually replace the Most High and his people is going to be the very thing that brings him down. Man.
Can you read that precept you just heard again?
Isaiah 2:11.
Yep.
It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day.
Can I read this precept? This quick this Revelation 11:15. And it reads, and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever.
Now, what happened that led to that?
Right. The destruction.
It was nothing but just straight up war.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have war, and then you're gonna have the deliverance in the midst of that war. And guess what? According to that same chapter he just read, only Israelites are gonna go up into the cloud.
Yeah.
And then, because it said what? And then their enemies beheld them.
Yeah.
Who are our enemies?
The other nations.
The other nations, man.
All of them that had rule over us.
Yeah. The Lord got to turn back our captivity and then deliver us. These niggas want to put, we getting out of prison, and Jake like, yeah, we can they come with us? Can they come out of there?
I need the CEO to
You know
come
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
house. I need
Can the CEO, can the CEO come with us?
to come live in my living room, the master bedroom.
That CEO was
The tower guards.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Dude, they had a fucking boot in your neck the whole time. You want to take it with you.
Because you want to keep your status now, so you can go with it.
Y'all remember?
That's why a lot of niggas gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Like, I seen a video today where it was like it was an older video where it's Arkansas, these kids that went to school, and they like it said that it was some racist shit down south where the teachers were like really, you know, hateful towards these Jake students. It was like 9 little girls, and then it was on the Oprah show. It was like it was tape, and they got showed a nigga woman up there, and the Edomite that hated their guts, they go up there and I'm sorry and forgive them.
Dylan Roof.
That's the spirit, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the video and show brothers after, but it's always they're always ready to forgive Esau. They are always ready to.
They went in the black church. The Edomite went into the black church and shot up the church. This nigga wasn't in handcuffs good before they forgave
He
him.
was eating McDonald's. He took it to McDonald's. Before prison.
Man, you know? Oh, when do you get that?
Right.
That type of treatment.
Yeah, they went up there and hugged the Edomite, but you can still he still had the same hatred for Jake that he had whatever 50 years ago.
Yep.
They still got that word white.
Yep.
It's instilled in their mind.
Yep.
You know the actual
Innocent,
meaning of the word
pure.
white. You know, pure, innocent.
Yep.
Now, who was before you got? Who was reading?
I read that in the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter,
Yeah.
in 15.
Okay, because it said the nations, the dominions became
Yeah,
the
kind
dominion
of.
of Yahushua, right?
Kind of.
So that coincides back in Isaiah 34.
Yep. Exactly.
Somebody go back to Isaiah 34, and also somebody give me Zephaniah 3 and 8.
Back in Isaiah 34, I'm going to read verse 4 again. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off of the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood, it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the
Basra is
land
a
of
major city. Is it the capital city? I think Basra is the capital city of Edom. Yeah. Okay, so it's talking about a group of heathen, particularly the Edomites. You got it?
It says the Lord have a sacrifice.
Because that's who's in rulership right now. That brings to pass 2 Ezra 6 and 7, going in 6 and 9, going into Esau, Jacob for Esau the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. They gotta be taken down.
It's talking about the whole of their nation.
Right.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks, the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
I'm gonna bring up an ancient war tactic. You would let off your big animals, man. You let them out on the battlefield. You let them out. You let your elephant. We seen it in 300, right? You let the elephants out. You let your beasts, or whatever kind of crazy beast you got, tigers and shit. You let them out in the war. You know how to fight amongst them and be amongst them, but the enemy. And so that's telling you about the military levels. Okay? You let the bullocks, and I forget what they said exactly.
It said, and the unicorn shall
Yep.
come down with them, and the bullocks with bulls,
Yep.
and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Yeah, unicorn is a ox. So,
Yep.
yeah. You look that up.
It's verse 8, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy is another way to talk about us getting out of captivity. Alright?
They say bring again the captivity
Yep.
of Judah.
And bring it back to mind and rule and judge on it.
Yeah, because 99% of the time when a nigga say you want the nations to be saved, you thinking of Esau, you know.
Yeah.
You're not thinking of Japheth or
Yeah, he ain't thinking about East Indian
or
or
Hamite or some shit.
Right.
You thinking about Esau either. But that scripture said the judgment gonna be upon Idumea. That's all Esau.
Edom. But see, when you brothers did the research, you go back to the time of Rome. You had the Romans that would actually co-opt certain Israelites, that the ones that was trying to get comfortable, the ones that matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. But it's I think a brother had posted it in the chat. But basically, like, you had men in the time of Rome that was selling out.
Yeah.
You know, and they yep, it says right here, it says the Roman Empire sometimes attempted to bribe, co-opt, or coerce certain Israelites to maintain control and prevent rebellion.
Yeah.
Because now they were a part of that Sakari camp. Sakari, they represent rebellion,
Yep.
carnal as rebellion. They were revolutionaries. How you go from that spirit to now universalism and unity and you trying to save the world now? That's a complete opposite spirit.
Yeah.
You know, when you were in Sakari, you were against these other nations, primarily Esau. You don't want to pay taxes. You don't want to pay tribute. You're ready to get out of captivity. You're willing to fight this devil. That was the organization that you was a part of. That's the spirit and vibration of that name and the legacy of that name. But you leave off from that, and all of a sudden you trying to save the heathen now.
You're joining the throne now.
This is how we know, or at least believe, that you dudes, y'all been co-opted. Y'all sold out, man.
Sure. Yeah.
You dudes, you seeing what's happening,
We're
and you want to be as comfortable as you can be.
This ain't working. We're gonna have to get that charter, an exemption. Feed a few people, we'll be straight. No.
Especially since this thing has been growing. It's the awakening, and a lot of and we know the elites in these other nations, they see this awakening as a growing threat.
Yep. You said it
to what they're building, to what they got going on. We're prophesying against it. The Lord's gonna smoke all this.
Yep.
And they're getting desperate.
Looks
But
like
they need certain Israelites to quell the spirit that's going out.
Yep.
So they're
Ain't
using,
nobody
so
gonna take
they're
this
so they're infiltrating and using certain dudes, and that's what we're beginning to see. Guys that have been infiltrated, now they're singing a different song now.
I wouldn't even know. Foster Hart said it kind of like this too, but I wouldn't even know who was approaching me or what they wanted, because I don't want none of this shit.
Right.
According to prophecy, ain't none of this gonna solve nothing. No matter how much money you give me, it ain't gonna solve my real long-term issues. It's gonna create more problems. Right, that's what I'm saying. What do you say?
Straight to the point.
You want some money? Like, what do you say?
Yeah. Well, now you see where their focus is at now.
Yep.
It's changed because it's not on prophecy anymore. So they can no longer go and like it says, it was Ezekiel the 13th chapter, but you have not built that hedge, nor set you have not went into the gap, neither made a hedge for the children of Israel in that day, in the day of battle. You're supposed to be on your watchtower. You got off your watchtower and said, no, open the gates up, the heathens can come to us.
Okay. This is Ezekiel 13, I'm gonna start at 3. It says, Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow after their own spirit, and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Ye have not gone up into their gaps.
Fox is not a compliment,
Right.
by the way.
I mean, you real sly, you real
Yeah.
sneaky, man. Going back to those, what I read about
Ulterior
those who have
motives.
spoken. You said what?
It's like I just said, ulterior motives.
Exactly. You know, you speaking it presumptuously. You know how influential you are, man. You know they got a little following. You know, and Jake is very simple. The simple believe every word, and it'll be a lot easier to get our people to get on the right track, man. But you know how simple your people are, so you use that to your advantage.
Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
So now, you know, you're finna leave Jake open and vulnerable, you know, because you niggas want to lay down now that you done got your little dope, your little bag. So now you got to be that dumb dog that can't really bark anymore. That's you niggas' legacy. You know. Meanwhile, hey, war is finna happen. Drafts are getting ready to take place. The cost of living, the cost of gas, all that's finna go up. And you niggas figure, well, shit, since we finna fall on hard times, I might as well get my money somehow. You niggas ain't fooling nobody, man. You definitely not fooling Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
And if you trying to preserve yourself with money, you want to be here.
They definitely want to be here. You want to save the heathen and get money?
Man, you trying to be
You might as well just kick it here in Babylon. Just get your money and kick with your feet up, man.
I almost want them to get a big following of heathen too.
They got a big baller, bro. I was telling the brother Brian, like I'm looking at like some of these.
Oh, they get newfound followers now because of what they're teaching.
They get like 2,800 views here, 4,000, 5,000. And that's on lives.
Super chat.
Super chats, you know, 3,600 views. They got a lot of, like, you know, and I was telling the brother, like, man, apostles, the elders, they be putting in lessons that's like go hard, like, and they get maybe not even 1,000 views sometimes. You know, these brothers, like the sincere brothers, be out there like really doing research, going into certain words, like where you got to stop what you doing and rewind it a few times. You know, put it on slow. You know, because but these niggas is, I'm calling them that because that's what they are. They niggas. They getting all these views because they, going back to what the scripture says, they say smooth things that sound good to Jake. That shit that Jake want to hear. You know, they look the part, like, you know, they look like niggas, like, you know, with the chains, and they show off all the, you know.
Yeah, nigga rocking his little fitted hats.
Yeah. They appeal to niggas, you know. They appeal to niggas and not the elect.
They're trying to be the Israelite version of the urban apologists. You know, those black pet Christian niggas that studied up their vocab or went to a theological seminary. Like, you know, those little minions that vocab.
I can't even think of their names anymore.
You had niggas like K-Dub. You had K-Dub. You had what was the other nigga, man? G-Man. I seen him in
Cherry Love.
Yeah,
bro.
Cherry. I don't know. But these niggas are turning into the Israelite version of him now. And now they finna go and approach other camps now.
I'm just gonna
Just
say,
like we've been seeing, you know, the Christians and vocab rolling up on the camps. These niggas are now rolling up on the camps like the apologists.
because we see the model when your motivation
These niggas are traitors, man.
is to when your motivation becomes to build your thing up bigger and to save everybody, you gotta get that controversial moment. Okay, you gotta have that controversy to where people tune in. Oh, look what they didn't want to confront these Israelites about the doctrine, you know, or you can confront this Christian church about the doctrine. We've seen this happen before. We see the position A man of the Lord ain't trying to sit up there and have all these debates and all of this stuff. Trying to hop on platform to connect your platform to this other type of platform. It's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be completely separate, and you cut everything. And you break it down and you edify. You said you had something?
Yeah, kind of, because like you said, they're getting the following of the world ultimately.
Yep.
Because their message of peace is into the world. You brought up the fact universalism. Well, that's like Catholicism,
Yep.
Which is universalism.
Yep.
This is coming from the book of Luke. This is from Luke 6, and I'll start here at 26. I'll read in the NLT. It says, "What sorrow awaits you who are praised by the crowds? For their ancestors also praised false prophets."
Yeah.
You know, when the world, Yahweh Shai said it. If the world loves you, it's like in John the 15th chapter. Yeah, the world will love its own. Yeah, paraphrasing, man.
If the world loves you, the love of the Father is not in.
Yeah, because the verse above that is Yahweh Shai basically says, "The world hated me, so know that it will hate you also."
They won't listen to you because they didn't listen to He who sent you. You know, all of those.
John 15, I think.
All of those say it. Okay, so we're not supposed. Hey, we got bad news, man. Bottom line, for the rest of everybody that don't believe this sincere truth and this whole engrafted word. Okay, all the prophecies, all the miracles, everything, the destruction, everything that's going on in here. It's not a positive message, man. We see it as a positive message because we know we get out of this captivity. But when people don't see that as a positive message, it's a red flag. Okay? When they're looking for money on this side, they're looking for more followers, they're trying to change up the doctrine, it's for a purpose. And that purpose is not for salvation.
Yeah, you just, like the Lord said, the deceived and the deceivers are His. Mm-hmm. So He's just using you as a symptom mechanism.
Yep. And you get judged.
Yeah. After He used you, He don't need you no more. He's just gonna get rid of you, destroy you.
Yeah.
You gonna have a real evil judgment. Because hey, you dudes are you're teaching what you're teaching, and behind the scenes, and you're joining hand with the enemy. It says in Proverbs, no hand join in hand, and the wicked shall not be unpunished. So you gonna stand in was that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, where it says, "Who shall stand for the ungodly man that shall perish?" Get that for me real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 12. And that's going, and it's, when you read it, it's going into the abominations that those Canaanites used to indulge in before we got into the land of Canaan. The Lord allowed them to basically, He suffered them in their wickedness until they got to a certain height. And then He used us to come and take them out.
And look at the parallels between that and Babylon the Great. The scripture tells us in Revelation 18 chapter, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities," man. So ultimately, the Lord allowed it to go into a pinnacle before the fall.
So hold on, all them Canaanites, the nation, the nation of Canaan, all them, we didn't go save not one of them. The Lord said destroy them all, and their cattle. Like, what that cattle do? Well, Canaan is fucking on them bestiality. So you got to kill a beast too. So the Lord didn't save not one of them Canaanites, man.
What the wicked niggas do? They left some of them around, left some of their images. Start falling for it. Man. When the Lord told them to don't fuck with them.
Right.
Don't even make marriages with them, no covenants, nothing.
He was specific about them
Yeah.
versus other nations. A couple other nations, but no, they cool. They use a sojourner in their land. But them, and they say the same sentiment about Edom. Certain ones that you gotta stay the hell away from, man.
Yeah, come. As me and the brother was talking, Saul, he's supposed to wipe out all the Amalek,
That's it.
So you see what happens when you don't follow the Lord's instruction.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 12, says, "For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish whom thou made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous man?"
Man. Come on, man.
It made me think of how little we truly are when you go into Romans the 9th chapter. It said, "I have the power of have the power of the same lump to make one honor to one vessel to honor and one vessel to dishonor." You know, who will say there's unrighteousness with the Most High? It's His vessel. And I'm roughly paraphrasing, but you know, one vessel for dishonor to hit the wrath and the what it say?
The vessel of wrath fit to
The
destruction.
vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and the vessels that'll have mercy of the same lump. So how much more?
To other nations.
Yeah.
Especially when he counts them as less than nothing in vanity.
Yep.
He said, "I count you small as the
Dust of the
balance."
Jeff Bezos ain't worried about the guy that's actually putting the package from the warehouse into the truck. He's concerned about the suits that are running shit. Who's thinking the minds in there that's thinking about, hey, we could make money or save money if we just go in and buy these robots. He's thinking about them. He ain't thinking about that guy. They could swap that out all day. It's no different.
That when the Lord comes back and walk through these nations and their armies, he gonna show the world how small and minute and insignificant they truly are in the grand scheme of things. You know, right now they're high and mighty. They all are proud. They all look down on Israel. They don't even want to associate with you. They'll exploit you. They like Jake's swag and
They like
Jake's
culture.
Their athletic ability to entertain them.
Style.
they set trends and shit.
You can make money off of it and be partakers and participate in it.
Culture vultures.
Yeah.
It's nothing like being accepted by a Jake, man. If you're a heathen, there's nothing like being accepted.
They say invited to the barbecue.
Man, that's
They're
the
trying to
one.
invite these heathen to the barbecue, bro.
Invite them on a chariot. Niggas invite them on a chariot if they could, man. That's generally what he's saying.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can't see this. Like, you can see it from down there. You gonna get the ride in this, man. Hey, you gonna really have to ride through with your Cadillac and you know, and everybody in the neighborhood get to ride? Hell no. They get to admire from the outside. They might get a glimpse in at best.
Jake is ultimately saying that Yahushua's blood covers heathen, man.
Ugh.
You niggas are gonna be destroyed, man. His blood on this side don't cover all the nation of Israel.
Right.
You know?
On the first go around. The second death.
Because the scriptures say their sins shall be their accusers in that day that we're coming into. So the blood of Yahweh, that's why the scriptures also say basically that they shall have everlasting shame and contempt in the kingdom because they have to taste it the second day. But also, ultimately all Israel in the kingdom is gonna be fine. But on this go around, you don't.
It sucks, bro.
I think the apostles brought it out today. Like, why was Yahushua speaking in parables?
Kind of, they did.
To them it is not
For his
given.
own people, yeah, right.
To them it is given to you to know the mystery, but to them it is not given, right?
So
Yeah.
that was it. Now let's try to go back to Isaiah 34.
Yeah. And then I got Matthew 24 still also.
We still have Joel too.
Yeah.
Back in Isaiah 34 and verse 8, it says, "For it is the day of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion."
There it is. It's the recompense for the controversies of Zion.
Kind.
For all that you done, afflicting the Lord's people. This is the day of reckoning.
Yeah, kind.
It's gonna be the day of reckoning, man. So if you teaching that, they're gonna. Some of them are gonna deny their fathers, and they're gonna come and they're gonna worship and nah, man. all these nations, they gotta be put in their place. All right. So if we're saying what this is saying, the nations ain't gonna have what we're saying in favor. They're not gonna come and join your camp. They're not gonna come and follow you if this is the message. We're saying that the Lord's coming back to take you motherfuckers down. Your little businesses that you got here where you flourished because you got in bed with Babylon and drunk the wine, you finna lose all that. You hired our people to come in and work for you. You got them in the back cooking your food to serve the people. You know, we're here to say that's the Lord bringing an end to that. The Lord's getting ready to set us up where we're gonna actually have you in servitude. But in order for that to happen, he got to judge and make war.
With great violence.
He got to make war, man.
Right. Why? I'm okay with that. Yes.
Let's
Let's do that. Yes. Why would you not be okay with that?
As an Israel. When the benefits for you.
And it's sanctioned by the Most High. You ain't gotta be scared what Esau thinks, man, or what he gonna do to you and shit.
The scriptures got that laid out that it's okay.
It's okay.
You know, it's okay because I want you to tell this message. And you're going to get brought before councils and apprehended, may even be headed for it, but it's okay. I got you. It's still a positive win for you.
Hakar, he ain't trying to die.
Isn't that hell, bro?
It's the same nigga that wore, he wore a
vest.
Was that a bulletproof vest?
Yep.
He was wearing a bulletproof vest.
Wasn't it right after the shooting or something like that? Yeah,
It was a picture of him standing out at camp. He had a fucking bulletproof vest.
I don't know why I got the feeling it was him that wore them guns.
Guns on their hood. And when he wore a bulletproof vest.
They drawing that attention.
Nigga, Al-Azhar, when he put him on blast and said that he ran when they got shot at.
That he caused it.
Left him hanging.
Yeah.
He caused it.
So you know that a nigga like that ain't trying to die.
Yeah.
He trying to, you know, he ain't finna die for this thing. He's want to get your money.
Yeah.
This is a whole hustle for him.
Hey, it's amazing. You gotta remember, if I may, if a nigga didn't have integrity in the world, what make you think he's gonna all of a sudden magically just develop it in the truth when he's speaking against those things of integrity? Why would he ever have that? He ain't been practicing it. You can tell the type of this foxes, snakes. I don't say slick ass niggas, but you know, we see them in the world. Yeah, we can see them people in the world and how they move. Talk the most shit, but be ready to be the safest.
Right, serious.
You know.
And a lot of men's faithlessness is gonna be revealed real soon, man.
Yeah.
That's already happened.
Yes.
This whole spirit of apostasy is Jake showing that in the last days that they don't have any faith.
They're fearful of what he gonna come down with, okay? Because he about to come down. They gonna take these videos. AI know, because you see what elders and the brothers and apostles going to the chat.
Frame brothers.
They see it, man. You can see that they got the info that we'll be talking about.
They're gonna have us appearing, doing some shit we didn't do, or saying some shit we never said.
They be like, that ain't my nose.
Hey, watch the movie Running Man, the new Running Man that came out.
Yeah.
He was saying some shit that's opposite of what he was truly saying. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Because in the old one, he did that too. He was a butcher, you know, he was killing people and saying all types of terroristic things in that movie. That's what they convicted him on. He's like, I didn't say that. I was trying not to, you know.
And naturally, you want to defend yourself.
Yep.
But it don't. At the end of the day, it don't matter what we say, what we think. It's we only opinion we care about is Yahweh Shem Shai. That we're doing a righteous.
Yeah, and the Lord he's going to be the one that's going to justify us.
Exactly.
He's going to justify his very elect. All the elect got that white stone.
Right. His witnesses will be protected, man.
Yeah.
Who should lay any charge to his elect?
Bro, if the Most High be for us, who can be against us? The scriptures already say he haven't given us the spirit of fear. It's like, okay, yeah, we're going to be arrested, then we're going to be brought to trial. But the judge, we cool with the judge.
Yeah. The real deal. The real
These
deal,
dudes
yeah.
try to put out like a tough man, tough guy persona, but it just shows how weak you really are
Yep.
spiritually, man.
Yep.
You have no faith.
Yeah.
You know, showing out there with guns and proof best.
And Bibles, like,
But hold on, but if you trying to save the heathen now,
Yep.
if everything is, you know, okie dory, what is there to fear now?
Exactly.
If you welcome the heathen, you shouldn't really have no worry, no anxiety, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah, nobody's mad at you
Right.
for your doctrine.
Because the world loves what you're teaching.
Yeah.
Real friendly.
They know you ain't got it.
Yeah.
You ain't causing
Speak.
nothing.
They was that in First John?
Yeah.
They speak.
Day of the world,
Day
the
of the
world
world,
heareth
the
them.
world heareth them. So yeah, they willing to hear you now.
Yeah.
You ain't so you don't pose no threat anymore.
And if it was for the heathens would be prophesying. The heathens would be following law, statutes, and commandments. And then we would know they ain't heathens. It was Israelites.
Yeah, the spirit gets on them. They
Right.
that confirm that they are actually the children of the Most High.
Right? And we know these Edomites, Elam, all these nations, it's not in their nature to follow no righteous laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah.
They don't want to prophesy because they don't want this place to end.
It's like paradise.
No,
That's right.
they're
cash cow.
yeah. The nations are about pleasure, indulgence. You know, that's what they're into.
That's why they gotta be ruled over, because somebody gotta rule from the spirit, you know, of righteousness.
What do you think drew these other nations to Babylon?
Right. Yep.
Because that was
Out of order.
given to pleasure.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
That's why, and that's exactly why in Revelation 18, they're gonna be sorrowful when they go down. Like, damn, alas. I knew it's like knowing you got the lick somewhere, and I knew they was gonna run out. I knew cops was gonna come break this up. It was too good to be true. And that's what this place is. It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
To be righteous.
Well, not anymore now.
Now the damn
That shit is done now.
Yeah.
You brother want me to grab Isaiah 34 and 8 in you
Yep.
said the NLT?
Come.
No, this is in
Oh,
the
come on, I
NLT.
had it down. Go ahead, bro. You good, you good.
It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. The year of Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel.
Ooh.
NLT.
Yeah.
And that's why it was at a Zondervan
Yeah. It said the
compact by
only
the dictionary.
for Edom.
Yeah, the
It
future
was the only
nation.
nation not promised mercy in any future
Only
judgments.
neighbor of the
Yeah, the Israelites were not promised any mercy. Not promised any mercy. Oh, ouch. It was the only one though. Everybody else gets a form of mercy.
How bad it gotta be.
Yeah.
right.
What is mercy? That's the word Zabak should have used. You know, he should have used the word mercy and then been specific that Edom don't get none.
Yeah.
Another trimming thy way to seek love.
Yeah, even Edomite scholars know that.
Yeah, that's what Zion feeling tiny.
That's why you gotta be an idiot if you still believe that Cornelius was an Edomite.
Right.
You gotta be an idiot,
Or
man.
they see Job.
Yeah, that would redirect everything that was said in the prophets concerning Edom.
Yeah.
You know. Come on, man. This let me grab this precept. Zephaniah 3 and 8. It says, "Therefore wait you upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation,
Yep.
even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." All right, and you know, the Lord is he's indignant because these nations, they have been prospering off of our demise for so long, but he's also pissed with his own people because the Lord had to. The Lord is angry with Israel because he had to use the heathen to punish Jacob. But when the Lord have to punish Jake using these other nations, that means that these other nations, they get to prosper.
Yeah. That's right.
Now they got access to the earth, they can control and do what the fuck they want on the planet Earth. And look at how the earth is in ruins. So now the Lord has indignation to where he, you know what, I'm finna get all you. I'm finna line you up in this center of the earth so I can melt all of you. All your armies, all your military, everything that gave you power. That props you up. I'm finna melt all that down, and now you have no power. Now you can't touch my people. Matter of fact, now my people are now the sons of God. They've been changed. Now they're gods on earth. Now they're extraterrestrials. Now you can't do a damn thing with them now. And then they're gonna basically take you and subjugate you and rule over you.
Yeah, only vengeance is gonna appease the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Violence,
That's it.
blood, you know? Yep.
I have what you just quoted in Ezekiel the 25th chapter.
Yeah.
This is verse 12 and 11. It's like 12 and 13. It says, thus saith Yahweh, the Lord power of Israel, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
This is the Pulp Fiction scripture that Samuel Jackson read in another translation. That's that one, right? That's that one, right? I think so. Ezekiel 17?
25 and 12.
25, you got it.
It says, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
And you will know. How does it go?
I
am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you. I was thinking about that scripture earlier.
Ezekiel 25 and 17.
Yep.
Yeah, so these Edomites, they going into slavery, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And these other nations.
Yeah.
Right, we openly see it, their racism, their wickedness, man. We see it. Hey, as every day goes by, I grow more anger and more hate towards these people, bro.
Yeah.
Because we're actually witnessing just how fucking wicked they are.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just how much they're doing, how much they've done.
Yep.
It's all coming out. How can you?
Hey, just being around people that don't believe 2/3 any other nations, bro. Yeah, all it really does is it should get your mind in the place where these people don't care that you're going through struggles. These people don't care that this is Jacob's trouble. It's gonna catch the oh, so what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys struggling? Nobody cares to ask how to help Jake. Everybody's trying to save themselves. This was not set up how the earth should have been ran. I'm gonna just use the word humans. The humans of the earth were meant to keep each other right, to keep each other sustained. But when it was divided, what happened? He needed to appoint a certain people to make sure that that the Heavenly Father's, that the manufacturer's way, the Creator's way, was being prospered in the earth. Okay, and these heathen aren't for that mission. Okay, so they don't care. Therefore, they don't care about you. They like to see you destroyed. Why the hell would you want to save people that are looking to destroy you?
And would not suffer your dead bodies to be put in graves.
Nah, to lay your bones to rest. They don't want that. They want the affliction.
Let our eye look upon Zion.
Yep. And Scar, what's the lamentation?
2.
They gnashed, they gnashed, and what is it?
Wag the hand.
They wagged the hand and gnashed the teeth at him. So this is the city. That's a taunt.
If I can get this little overview on ChatGPT, and we're gonna close it up in a minute. This is in the ChatGPT, and I asked him to give me a Isaiah 34th chapter breakdown. I said, what is the Lord going to do to the nations because of the controversy of Zion? It says, here's a breakdown of Isaiah chapter 34 and a focused answer to what the Lord will do to the nations because of the controversy of Zion, Israel. It says Isaiah 34 is a prophetic judgment oracle against all nations, with Edom being used as the primary target.
Yeah.
In contrast sharply with Isaiah 35, the restoration of Zion. The chapter reveals why the Most High judges the nations and how severe that judgment will be. The Lord judges the nations for their hostility toward Zion, Israel, and their rebellion against him. Then it quotes Isaiah 34 and 1, come near you nations to hear, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. What this shows, this judgment is global, not local.
Yep.
The Most High's anger is directed at nations as political and military entities and not just individuals.
This is why we have to also prophesy to the other nations as well, to tell them their judgment that's coming.
We ain't preaching salvation to them.
Nah, this is a judgment.
That's for our people.
Yeah.
It says the nations are utterly destroyed because they oppose the Most High's purposes.
Cause I said the one people we know for sure that ain't gonna make it is a heathen. That's the for sure. We don't know who the elect of our own people are, but the heathen for sure ain't getting salvation. That's what the scriptures make plain.
Especially here in Babylon.
Right.
Not one heathen is gonna make it out of here.
Oh man, no way.
You're gonna have some heathens that's gonna be alive during
Right.
this event, and they're gonna be able to see the burning and
Yeah.
the smoke of the torment and all that.
Exactly.
Yep.
They're gonna also witness our salvation when they
Yeah.
see Jake going up in the ships.
They also gonna be scared, and then
They
some
gonna
are
be
also
shaking.
gonna rebel from that. Even with
Yeah.
that.
You got the elites, they gonna be down in the bunkers,
Yep.
trying to hide from the wrath of the Lamb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't saying that the Lord's gonna come and just do away with the heathen.
Okay.
That's what Nate is now teaching.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So.
No, that's not gonna happen. No, the Lord's he's gonna weaken these nations by taking out their military, their armies. And we're gonna get rid of all your technology.
Yep.
All of what, like it says in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, that we're gonna
Yeah.
get rid of their weapons of war, and nations shall not learn war anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So continuing on, it says the mountain shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. What this shows, the language of apocalyptic judgment, a cosmic collapse, indicates end time severity, not merely a historical skirmish. The Most High is shaking both the earth and heaven. This implies divine intervention beyond normal warfare. It says, the sword of the Lord falls on Edom. My sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Edom. Why Edom? Edom represents nations that perpetually hated Israel.
Yeah.
Descendants of Esau, the brother nation that betrayed Israel repeatedly. Edom becomes a symbol of all nations that oppose Zion.
An easy one that people should be able, if you're in this truth, to wean from the milk, easy thing to know is Big Brother is watching. Okay? Whenever they talk about Big Brother, what is Big Brother? Big Brother technology is watching and policing over you. So it's the scriptures line right up with what's happening in current event.
You know,
This man hates us. It's like he's putting us in a category to accuse us.
yeah,
And then he's gonna get vengeance on us.
and when you read Psalms 83, the tabernacle of Edom is first,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then it lists all these other nations.
Yep.
They all pretty much followed and pursued it. It's like they followed in the pattern of the hatred of Esau against us.
We can do that against them. Hell yeah, man.
That's why they were Confederate.
All right. Hey, man,
The-
that's
the-
right.
the- Moab, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moab, they fucking damn near, before Esau, started really fucking shit up,
Yep.
they was worshiping damn near Esau.
Yeah.
You see how their women are towards the
Yeah.
Edomite?
Yeah.
They always had close relations with each other, and then even David, when he was having these battles, if it wasn't if it wasn't those Philistines, it was always either Moab or Esau.
Yep.
You know, and the Lord talks about the pride of the Edomite, the pride of in Obadiah,
The heart. Yeah.
the pride of his heart, and it also talks about the pride of Moab. You know,
I think it was in that chapter.
So Moab,
25.
they it's like they followed right behind Esau as a willing adversary against Jacob.
Right after.
So that means that they had to have the same hostility.
They're kind.
Slanted eye motherfuckers talking shit about Jake.
Yep.
You know?
They're selling all the degenerate shit though.
Yeah, they be talking down on Jake too, just like the Edomites.
It's in there.
It's like second in line of how they, as far as the heathen that hate Jake.
The inbreds.
Moab, they
The inbreds, bro.
Yeah, I love it. So like the scriptures talk about the parable of Lazarus and rich man.
Yeah.
It speaks about the dogs,
Yeah,
you
licking
know,
the
licking the
swords.
swords. Those are the nations.
Yep, it says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. This is the theological center of the chapter. Controversy of Zion means the nations contended with, oppressed, divided, scattered, and attacked Israel. They challenged the Most High's covenant, land, city, and people. They resisted the Most High's redemptive plan through Zion. The Most High is not defending nationalism. He is defending his covenant and his chosen purposes.
Hey, chat, man, he not, chat got the breakdown. You know, just can't get the chat down. The breakdown, the chat got it, man. Crazy. It ain't perfect, but you know,
They get some things right.
yeah, they hit on, if you know how to ask the right kind of question, like you know the answer, you can get the right answer. You have more?
No, I mean, there's more, but I can,
Can this brother get his pre real quick?
Yeah, this is back in Ezekiel 25, I'm gonna start at verse 10. It reads, and I will execute judgments upon Moab, and they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua.
Hey, Moab got pride on them, man. When you really around them and you kind of see, they got a heavy amount of pride. They got nearly that white man version of pride. You don't see that same pride in Ammon, like today, like that, but Moab got it though.
Yeah, you don't see it on really no other heathen.
Right.
Like Elam, they don't have it like that.
Not like
You know?
that. Arabs don't have it. Ishmael,
Yeah,
they ain't
Cush.
really on it like that.
Or Ham.
Even what's it called don't have it quite like that. The Japheth don't even really have it like that. But the Africans got it.
Yeah.
Amalek and Edom got it.
You say true Ham.
And then, yeah, and Moab,
Okay.
bro. Those are the main ones that got it. They the motherfuckers don't like you, bro. You know there's an animosity between you and them three people we just named.
don't even want to be around you.
Nope. You said you had another? That was it, right?
I got Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye. And that word nations goes into the Oyam, the heathen.
Now I'll close with this in Matthew 24. We started it right, Matthew 24, and I'm at verse 6. Yeah.
and it's like it, you know, it's beautiful because, you know, in the news, all you seeing is rumors of war. And you hearing about Russia. You know, they're deploying troops over here. They're getting this ready. They're preparing this. They're test launching this. So you're seeing that the Lord, he's getting ready to basically plead with these nations, man.
Where you hear incidents that could spark war.
Yeah.
Like when we began with those besieging of those oil tankers and cargo ships.
And then they said Russia, they captured some NATO,
Higher ups.
some higher officials from NATO. You know, so it's gonna start. It's gonna pop off, man.
It's interesting.
And then while that's happening, you got certain brothers that started that over the years that fell out or went back into the world or whatever the case may be. They're all starting to show up to brothers' camps now.
Yeah.
It happened in South Carolina, and then it just happened in Dallas. So they're still watching the videos and they're seeing prophecy is unfolding.
Yeah.
Some of them probably, you know, if they're of the elect, short mercies of David, some of them might be able to be granted.
Yep.
And some of them is going to be like, hey,
I never knew you.
You had your chance.
Yeah, I never knew you.
yeah, man. But it's interesting. All this is taking place right now in the spirit.
Yeah. That's why we push to be on your shit, man.
You want to be on the right side of things when this all unfolds, man.
Right. This is Matthew 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Gotta happen, man. All right, but the end is not yet, as you talked about earlier, right? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and
That's
shall
our
kill
people.
you. Yep, that's what we believe. They gonna go and see to get the elect. They don't know who the elect are. They don't know who got it. They gonna take you. Anybody talking this, you can be a black Muslim, you can be a Black Panther, you can be a black Israelite. They don't care who you are. They just gonna get whoever they can and just might as well get rid of them. We don't like your thinking. They're gonna take Christians that believe in JC. Like this is what it's getting down to.
Yeah, because the only idol that they're gonna permit you to worship is this system, the image.
That's why I love that movie Fahrenheit 451 because he said you can read anything you want on the 9 books for outlaw, right? You can read anything you want. You can read Moby Dick. You can read Catcher in the Rye. You can read the Bible. Oh, the Charlotte's Web. It was like and then you can read the Bible, and he just said the Bible, like, but you know that whole Bible ain't in there. You just know this is so. What they approve of is what you can read out of the Bible, what you can believe out of the Scripture.
Yeah, Canada is trying to pass a law. It's basically called Bill C9 Bill C9. Basically, where they're taking out religious exemptions, from free speech.
Yeah.
So we're at the brink, man.
Somebody, what else did that happen?
London.
That's what it was.
London, brothers came.
Yeah, London. Yeah. Yeah.
They'll arrest you for saying a public prayer.
Yeah. A little more on here. It says, verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. This is why some people are aligning themselves not with this true doctrine, thinking they're going to ease out of it. They come. If you watch the video, they coming to get you. So you might as well be on the right side and push it out sincerely, right? And be protected. It says, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then
You ain't gonna be hated if you teaching that they can all make it.
Right. The doctrine got to be reflective of why they going to hate you. And they going to hate you because you're right. Right? It says, then shall many be offended, right? And shall betray one another and shall hate one another. We already know you other camps and other schools or whatever is going to point out GMS. We already know. We signed up for this. All right? We know you're going to point us out. Okay? We know you're going to who you want is just Great Millstone. That's the ones you really
Some of them
want.
might be working behind the scenes with vocab.
Yep. When they get a little more hot, you're going to really see everybody turn and be offended. And the belief is going to go out the window. I think I want the, it's a little more, yep. Betray one another, yep. It says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
There it is.
There you go. Yeah.
We already read according to the prophets what if we preach to the other nations, that's exactly what we're to say.
Yep.
Come ye nations here. All right, what the Lord got in stores for you. But as for our people, we got to teach them repentance, because repentance is only for the nation of Israel.
That's right.
We got to tell them, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Yahushua is coming back in his cloud, man.
You remember when Jake used to make the heathen kiss the boot?
Yeah.
Because they was like, well, we've seen it, right?
Yeah.
In those days. What was it that led up to that being the action? Because they can't repent. They would say, well, what can I do to show that I care and that I'm sorry for this happening and I wish this never happened to you guys.
Awesome.
Well, you can't do nothing but kiss the shoe. That's what Jake used to say. I'm not, I didn't always condone it then, but I get it. But there was nothing they could do.
There was also the guilt in them too.
Yeah.
Because they know that their ancestors, they was wrong,
Yeah.
they was off,
Yeah.
they was wicked.
And they deserve
Yeah.
what's coming, right?
And we're still oppressed.
Yeah.
Judah and Israel were oppressed together.
Who said it?
None say of restore.
Who said it? They said, yeah, but they gonna go back to their 5-bedroom house and 3-car garage and good paying job, and you gotta go back to the fucking nasty ass hood. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
man.
was the point.
Yeah, So that's pretty much that. And salute to you brothers that tuned in. Hopefully y'all have a Barak Hanukkah. All right, and just continue to stay steadfast, keep the faith. All right, continue to pray for mercy, perseverance. To keep your faith strong in these final times. Because this devil, man, he walk as that roaring lion, thinking about seeking whom he may devour. So be sober and be vigilant as well. And so with that, we're gonna give all honor, all praise and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Chakadash.
that belongs to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone. As always, peace, blessings, and salutations to you elect. Shalom.
Something I was thinking, if we ever do it where